Welcome, and thank you for joining us for this fascinating tour of brass instrument history. These instruments have made a significant contribution to the world of music, from ancient times to contemporary ensembles, so let's explore their evolution together. Now, the roots of brass instruments can be traced back to ancient civilizations. In Egypt, Mesopotamia, and China, people crafted rudimentary instruments using hollowed animal horns or conch shells. These primitive predecessors laid the foundation for what would become brass instruments. Wood, brass, and silver were used in the construction of straight and curved trumpets thousands of years ago, including the Greek salpinx, the Roman tuba, litus, and puccina. Other earlier brass instruments, such as the Scandinavian lyre, the Roman cornu, and the Hebrew shofar, which is still used in the Jewish ceremonies today, had flared horns made of metal or animal horn. Now, brass instruments as we know them now emerged during the Renaissance. Metal was used to make instruments like trumpets and trombones by skilled artisans. These cylindrical bored instruments were played without valves or keys, relying instead on the musician's ability to produce various notes. The brass instruments underwent a substantial transformation in the early 19th century. With the advent of valves, musicians were able to play a broader variety of notes after valves were invented, revolutionizing the way the instruments were performed. The trumpet and the horn gained greater adaptability and expressiveness as a result of this innovation. The brass section evolved into a crucial component of orchestras and groups over time. Trombones, tubas, and euphoniums joined the group, giving musical works more weight and depth. Brass instruments are fundamental in many musical genres, including classical, jazz, and marching bands, due to their variety and range of expression. Now, brass instruments find a home in all kinds of cultures. They play a variety of important roles in cultural and ceremonial music around the world, from the imposing horns of the traditional African groups to the mighty sound of the shofar in Jewish ceremonies. So, in conclusion, the history of brass instruments is a testament to human creativity and the power of music to transcend time and boundaries. Brass instruments continue to enthrall and inspire players and spectators alike. From their humble beginnings to the ancient civilizations to the great stages of modern concert halls. So let's embrace the history of brass instruments and the magnificent music that they create. Let the lengthy history of brass instruments lead you on a melodic exploration, whether you are a musician or a listener. Hey, thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to watch my next video, part of the educational series. And don't forget to like and subscribe.